Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. Many, many years ago, when I first started out in sociology, I learned the word or the term implicit bias. Implicit bias was about the kind of bias that everybody was seeing, everybody was knowing, just nobody was saying it. If you look up that word now, it has morphed into what has become unconscious bias. It is something that has been going on so long that the subconscious can't even see it. It's just a part of us, and we don't know that it's happening. It's unconscious. And I smell gas, like as in gaslighting. I really, really do. We have done this thing where we say we want to be aware of the divide and what is dividing us and how it's divided us. And then we say, well, I wasn't there in the past and I wasn't there. I didn't do that. That was hundreds of years ago. I wasn't a part of that. But when we realize and recognize that we have inherited these things, and the things that we have not only inherited, that we have had advantages, and the advantages become entitlements, not privileges, but entitlements, where I am entitled to these things. I'm entitled to say these things, do these things, act this way. And then when someone points it out, which people who are marginalized will rarely do. And we don't do it because we're told we're imagining it. We're making it up. It's not what the person meant. And if they did, they were unconscious. It's so societal, it's so much a part of the system that it's unconscious. If you look a little bit deeper at that definition and look at the guy, ask for who came up with the term and look at what they meant by that term, they don't mean what we've morphed it into. I heard a story recently that was so egregious it was obvious to anyone. It was a name calling at a professional level that was just ugly and downright sinister. And what made it more sinister is that the people in power turned it into some kind of, it's really a glowing, if you look at the characteristics of this animal, it's really a wise and glowing characteristic, and not at all what you think we mean, what you're turning it into. You're the one that's turning it into something else. I have seen folks say, I didn't know. No one told me. Why didn't I know this? It's time we pay attention to one another. But more importantly, it's time we pay attention to those who are on the outside looking in, trying to share what they know. Because one thing I know for certain, too, I know for sure. When you've been marginalized from a society and all the benefits of it, you get a perspective on what's coming, what can be, and what the possibilities are that most folks don't. That unconscious thing you're talking about is very implicit. And they do not mean the same thing. I love you, and I know we're going to get there. I know we are. Some of you are going to be on a later bus. One more thing. Implied means stated but not plainly or openly stated. It is expressed but not openly stated. That's work. That's not unconscious.